They are based on a color-coded system as we introduced back in 2017 with the clinical response model. Each color represents a certain level of acuity of a patient. So whereby a purple is an immediately life-threatening for a cardiac arrest, for example, right the way down through a blue call, which is non-urgent. We downstream those calls to 811, and they could be somebody who's stubbed their toe or has some severe sunburn, which probably is going to happen quite a bit this weekend. 811 might be busy, but hopefully not. So that's the different level of acuity. If, for whatever reason, it's in the purple to yellow category, at that point, we make a decision to send resources out. They could be either a ground ambulance or an air ambulance, either rotary or fixed wing. We could also choose to send fire first responders to those calls for a rapid response if time is critical. They will arrive on scene with the patient, do an assessment, and then decide the best outcome for that patient and transport to a destination whereby it could be the most appropriate emergency department or alternative pathways as we're currently assessing at present.
But maybe you could just comment on that, just for the board and for the public. What has been the call volume recently through the dispatch center?
Yeah, sure. So call volumes, especially over the last 12 months, we saw a significant dip in call volume initially with COVID because many people were, again, self-isolating or staying at home. Unfortunately, since the announcements from the provincial health officer with the reopening, we've seen a lot of people starting to go out with the heat as well. We've seen some real excessive call volumes to the point, I think we had our third highest day on record a few weeks ago. And in such a short period of time of 4 hours, we actually hit call volumes higher than we ever see, and even on a New Year's Eve. So what we are starting to see is the unintended consequences of COVID. Our call volume may not be COVID related, but it's the downstream of people finally getting out, letting their hair down. Unfortunately, with bars and restaurants only open for a short period of time and closing at 10 o'clock, I think everybody is trying to cram as much in as they possibly can up until 10 o'clock. And then, of course, this extreme weather that you're going to see this weekend is going to have a further boom. So it's very challenging at the moment. And our staff are doing remarkable considering the excessive work they've had for such a long period of time as well. But it is quite worrisome for the summer.
That's a good segue to say, on behalf of the board, our deep appreciation to members of the dispatch center and members of the entire emergency health services response to the public and the work that you're doing. Thank you so much. And thank you for the presentation today.
Thank you.
Thank you.